actually started publishing on the side of my full-time job. And in 1 year alone, I made 6 figures. That was the year I quit. Okay, girl, so I know that not everyone wants to quit their job. Everyone does not have a dream to become rich. I get it. To be honest, that was never a prayer of mine. Everybody don't want to quit. Some people just simply want to be able to make money on the side. So if that is you, then you're going to want to make sure you stick around to the end of the video, because I'm going to show you the 3 best side hustles, in my opinion, that you can start in 2025 that actually make money. And I'm not just telling you what the side hustles are. I'm actually going to show you examples of each one so that you'll know how to create and publish books using AI just starting out, even as a beginner. So if you're looking to start a side hustle using AI in 2025, then you'll want to make sure you stick around to the end so you don't miss any of these ideas. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. The first one is going to be the easiest one that anyone can start today and start generating income. But before we even get into the first one, let me give you just a little rundown about Amazon KDP if you are new to self-publishing. So to get started publishing on Amazon KDP, you'll go to kdp.amazon.com, and I'll link that in the description for you as well. And so if you've never heard of this before, essentially Amazon KDP is where anyone can create and sell books on Amazon. There are tons of different types of books that you can create. So for example, if you type in Black Woman Journal and you start scrolling down, you'll see all of these physical books. And so these are examples of books that Amazon is holding in inventory. And when someone makes a purchase, they ship them out to the customer on your behalf. So as you click on one and then you keep scrolling, you'll see that it has the digital file of the front cover and the back cover. And so if you take me, for example, all I did was created the front and back cover, and then I uploaded the front and back cover along with the interior, which are the pages on the inside of the book. And then every time someone comes on Amazon and they add this book to their cart, Amazon will print the book on their end and then ship it directly to the customer. They handle all of the customer service as well, and you, as the creator of the book, split the royalties with Amazon. And this is an example of what they look like when they get printed and shipped to the customer. So starting with the easiest first, the first AI side hustle that I've used to create money on Amazon KDP is journals, also known as low content books. The reason it's called a low content book is because when you look on the inside of the pages, all of the pages are the same throughout the book. And Amazon even gives you examples of low content books such as notebooks, planners, journals, prompt journals, etc. And of course, because we will also be using AI, Amazon does ask that you disclose this information when you get ready to upload your book. And don't worry, girl, if you know nothing about designing covers or pages that go inside of your book, I got you. On my channel, I have full step-by-step tutorials for each of these business ideas that I'm gonna be talking about and showing you on today. But like I said, since we're gonna be starting with journals, essentially what you would do to create your own journal using AI is you can use a free tool like Canva to get started. Now, I actually do have the pro version, so if you want to play around with that and see if you like those features better, you can use my link in the description for a free 30-day trial. So you would just come to custom design, go ahead and switch this to inches, and then go ahead and put in the width and the height that you want your journal. And from there, you'll go ahead and start creating your design. Now, I'm going to keep this simple because, like I said, I have a full step-by-step tutorial about this. But I like to do is come to elements, and then I'll search for something like a line. And so I'll just bring the line into the document, and then I'll go ahead and duplicate this a couple of times, depending on how I want the inside to be. So let's say I just want this to be simple lines. I would come here and I would highlight everything so I could group those lines, and I would click on the 3 dots and then click on space evenly and then tidy up. So that gets the lines perfect for me. And then if I want to put a little more space between, I could just come here and grab it. And then from there, I can just continue to duplicate and get lines all the way down the page. Sometimes I like to come in and highlight everything. And I also like to go ahead and make the line weight a little thinner because sometimes 4 is a little thick. So I usually bring it down to maybe like a 1 or 2. And then if the line is too dark, you can also change the line color to something like a gray color. And so there are your lines if you wanted to create something like a line journal. And so once you have all of your pages, then you'll come back and you'll create your cover. So if we go to add page, Canva does have an AI generator. So let's say you wanted to play around with their generator. So let's say you wanted to create something simple like a prayer journal. You would just come here and maybe you want florals. So a bright colored floral background. And then we'll come here and click on generate images. And so it gives you 4 images that you can choose from. So I like both of these. I like the first one. You just click on it and then you can bring it into your document so that you can start working on your cover. From there, you can bring in some text and a heading. And of course, you're going to spend a little bit more time on yours, but I'm just giving you some ideas of what you may want to do. Now, even though Canva does have the AI generator, when I'm creating images of actual people, I like to use either Midjourney or ChatGPT. So I'm just going to go over to midjourney.com and I typed in simple Black woman art. And these are the 4 images that it gave. So let's say I wanted to use this image and bring this image into my Christian prayer journal for women. Then I would just come here to upload, go ahead and upload my file, and then I can bring that in. One of the things that I do love about Canva Pro, which is the paid plan, is that you can remove the background. You know this is part of the paid plan because it has a crown there, but you see how when you remove the background, you can kind of make her fit into it and just play around with it like that. But essentially, that is how you would be able to create your interior and the cover for your journal. And like I said, I do have a full free tutorial here on YouTube of how to create journals just like this that I'll link for you in the description. And so before we get into the second AI hustle that you can use to make money on Amazon KDP, if you like this type of content, make sure you go ahead and click the like button so that I know to keep putting out more content like this. And if you're ready to create your side hustle in 2025, then go ahead and drop in the comments and say, let's get it. All right, so that brings us right into the next AI side hustle that can start to make money on Amazon KDP in 2025. And this is coloring books. So to get some ideas, you can just type in adult coloring books or Black woman coloring books if you're looking for books like these. But you can do any category you want. It could be animals, it could be flowers, it can be a Christian coloring book. Just scroll down and you can see this one right here to give you an idea of what the inside might look like as well. And so just like we were talking about for journal, once you know what type of images you want to include inside of your coloring book, you can use AI to start generating those images. So let's take a look. I do like to use Midjourney when I'm creating my images. I use the prompt, create a simple coloring page of an African-American woman. She is wearing a sweatshirt and jeans. She is sitting at a desk reading a book, only outline black and white, thick bold lines, no grayscale, white background. Now, you have to remember that with AI, it is still going to have some grayscale in it. So you'll just have to work with it or keep prompting it to try to remove some of that grayscale. But these are the 4 images that it gave me for that prompt. And I also want to show you what this exact same prompt would look like in ChatGPT. And these are the 2 different images, one more with grayscale and then another one with less grayscale. So that is how you would generate your inside pages for your coloring book. And then when you get ready to create your cover, you would essentially do the same thing, which is just enter in your prompt. And so let's say we wanted to say, create an African American woman with a pixie cut. She is wearing a sweatshirt. She's sitting reading a book, bright colors. We took out the words with the coloring page and the black and white lines. And so these are the 4 images that Midjourney gives us. And then you can play around with that same prompt or a different prompt in ChatGPT or in Canva if you want to as well. So the standard custom size for coloring books is 8.5 by 11. That's what I use for all of my coloring books as well. So we would come here and then click on create new design. Then you can go ahead and start putting your book together, include your This Book Belongs To page, as well as go ahead and start putting the interior pages together and get your cover together. Because I do have a free step-by-step tutorial that takes you more in depth that I'll link in the description, we're going to go ahead and move to the third AI side hustle that you can use to make money on Amazon KDP in 2025, and that is creating and publishing a children's book. So let me show you an example of what this looks like. We're going to go back over to Amazon and then just type children's books. So let's look at this product right here. This is a Christian children's book. And so this is how you would create something like that using AI. So once you know what you want your dimensions to be, you'll come back to Canva and go ahead and enter those custom dimensions, just like we did for the journal and for the coloring book. And so, for example, the first page can be your blank page. The second page can be your This Book Belongs To create your This Book Belongs To. All you would do is bring in your text, and then, of course, you can change the font and make it any type of font that you want. Once you have your This Book Belongs To page, you can have your copyright page, and then you can go ahead and enter in some text so that you can start creating the words for your book. Now, to get some ideas about your book, you can also use the power of AI through ChatGPT and say something like, I'm creating a children's book for daughters and dads. Can you give me an example script? So ChatGPT will literally give you the title, what page 1 should look like, the illustrations, as well as the words. Don't copy anything word for word. This is simply for you to gain inspiration. So once you know what you're going to put inside of your book, that's when you use any AI tool. For the purpose of this video, we'll just come back to Midjourney. And one of the prompts that I used for the inside of this book was a book illustration of a dark-skinned girl with 2 Afro puffs and a single pink hair bow outside with rainbow in the clouds, holding hands with dark-skinned father, sunny day, bright colors, kids friendly, smile, happiness, yellow dress, pink slides. And so then once you have all of your images and you put your full book together, and save this file as a PDF print file, flatten the file. Now, if you do have the Canva Pro version, which like I said, you can get a 30-day free trial by using my link in the description, then you can go ahead and use the CYMK because that is best for professional printing. But if you have the free version, RGB works just fine. I have used that for my books. And then you would go ahead and start working on your cover file. Once you have your cover like you like it, you would do the exact same thing and save that as a PDF print file, flatten that as well. Then you would upload your book to kdp.amazon.com. This is the exact same process that you would do for your journal, same process that you would do for the coloring book as well. I do have a full step-by-step tutorial on exactly how you would do this as well. But essentially, you would just enter in your paperback details. Then under the paperback content, you would go ahead and upload your interior and then upload your book cover as well. You would just enter in what type of AI you used under AI generated content. And then you would go ahead and price your book and publish your book. But like I said, I'll leave the link to the full tutorial in my description below. So those are the 3 best side hustles that I suggest and that I have used for creating on Amazon KDP. And all 3 of these side hustles will be linked in the description below. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And if you enjoy this type of content, then make sure you give the video a thumbs up so that I know to keep putting out more content like this. I am Latoya Nicole, and until next time, bye-bye.